Becoming bigger, more destructive,
I'm not going to say all of that stuff. All of that's a load of nonsense, because if it was about being big and strong, Daniel Dubois and AJ would have walked right through him, wouldn't they? Because they are strong, big men who can lift a lot of weights, punch a hole in that wall, but it wasn't effective. My style of boxing and slipping and sliding and being all over the job was much more effective at landing lead right uppercuts and lead everything, lead right hands on a fella, than all of their brute strength. People say to me, oh, just get big and walk him down. Here's the thing. If it was easy to walk him down, why didn't AJ and Dubois do it? They're big, strong fellas, aren't they? That's their style, walking forward like that. My style is a slick, 6'9", like, slick counter-punch boxer. So, yeah.
And there you have it, folks. There is Tyson, the Gypsy King, Fury, answering the million-dollar question that people ask him, like Dev did, right? Well, why don't you just get big and walk him down? And I like how he explained that, people. It was like, well, if it was that easy, the bigger dudes would have done it already. Okay, if you talk about, oh, it's this easy, why don't you just fight it this way, and why don't you do it this way? If it's that easy, anybody else would do it. Everybody else would have done it before me, before I got in the ring with them, and then I would have fought those guys and probably did them like they or he did them, right? And I got to take my hat off to Tyson Fury, because I think Tyson doesn't get the credit he deserves for having a ring IQ or just really being smart. You know, a lot of times people think Tyson's dumb. I think Tyson goes out of his way to make people think that he's crazy or dumb. You know, whatever his mental issues is, that's one thing. That doesn't mean you lack intellect because you have some type of mental flaw. That doesn't mean that. That's like, hey, that means your engine doesn't run because you got something going on with your engine. It still runs. You know what I mean? So I think that's what people need to understand about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is a guy that understands ring IQ, and I think he understands more about Usyk now that he's been in the ring with him. You know, he's persistent. He's prepared. He's fast. Is he necessarily better? I don't think Tyson feels so. Because see, Tyson, the way he explained it, like, look, I'm not those guys, so I'm not going to fight like those guys because I'm not those guys. You know, my thing is slick counterpunching, you know, lead right hand. That's how you fight a southpaw. That's how you score on a southpaw. You lead with the right because they're southpaws. Okay. Now, he's saying that I need to get better with what I do, you know, and like he said, the styles make the fights. Okay, so his style, he said, and he claims he's more effective. A lot of people would think so. Let's do a new poll. Let's vote, right? Because it's like, hey, do you think Tyson Fury did better than those guys did? Well, he definitely did better than Dubois. A lot of people would argue with the AJ thing because AJ fought him twice. You know, I think the fair representation would be, or fair comparison would be, you know, what happens in the second fight. So if he loses to Usyk again, then we'll see who was better. Okay, but we can't argue this. Tyson Fury's first run out against Usyk was a split decision. Okay, AJ it took him 24 rounds, 2 fights in that second fight to get a split decision. A lot of people don't even think it should have been a split decision. You know what I mean? I mean, it was closer. Like Joshua did more. He worked to the body more, but I think that was nutrition. I think that's just basically AJ was getting tired. He couldn't keep up with the punch output of Usyk. And just Usyk was just better anyway with slips and dips and, you know, parries and pivots. He was just better. You know what I mean? He just, like, AJ's through and he's already slipping and turning and throwing another 2 or 3 punch combination before AJ can turn around properly, you know, with his own stance. So, yeah, Usyk was better all around. But Tyson Fury, he's like, look, my style is going to be my style, and I'm not going to stop my style and try to act like somebody else when I know I felt I did better than them. You know what I mean? And I think he did. I think Tyson Fury did do better with his style. Why? Because Tyson Fury was being himself. Now, being himself, did it win the fight? No, it didn't. Did not win the fight, though. Don't get that confused. I did better than those other guys, but I all lost like those other guys. You know what I mean? We have to remember that, okay? Because, you know, Tyson Fury lost. You know what I mean? But I do respect his stance on, hey, those other guys were big. They're strong. They lift weights. They punch harder than me. But guess what? What did help, or what was better, or how was it better, or who was better beating Usyk? The style that I had. The style that I had was slick counterpunching and, you know, those things. And I was successful doing what I did. Okay, so again, back to Tyson Fury, the way he broke it down and explained it. Listen, that just tells you this rematch is going to be a lot different than people think it's going to be. You know what I mean? I don't think Tyson Fury's chinny at all. Again, we've already went through that, you know, with, you know, my counterpunch and Showbiz's take on things, and others think, well, you know, how that is. So, you know, listening to this makes me understand how high and how respectful Tyson Fury is, first of all, for his own style. Second of all, of Alexander Usyk stating that, hey, it ain't easy like people think it is. And it ain't all about being bigger, okay? I just finished a video about that. Bigger does not mean better. Okay? And I'll end it just like I ended the last one. But you guys tell me what you think of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury stating that he's not going to fight like other fighters to get the job done against Alexander Usyk. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!